We're going to continue looking at the essay of Rabbi Asher Weiss in the Minchat Asher regarding the question of whether to say the phrase El Melech Ne'eman when davening in the circumstances that we are, where people are together, so to speak, over Zoom. So just to review quickly, Rabbi Weiss has already noted that there is a dispute between the Shulchan Aruch, between the Rama, Rabbi Moshe Isserles, who provides the Ashkenazi notes on the Shulchan Aruch, and others as to whether to say El Melech Ne'eman at all, since it's not something which should be from our earliest sources, and whether instead either an individual should repeat Hashem Elokechem Emet, or when hearing somebody else say it, as we can also do over Zoom at the moment, whether that suffices instead to fulfill this idea that we mentioned yesterday of there being 248 words recited around the Shema. This idea itself is a fascinating one, but one for another time rather than in a quick halacha before we have to go to work or whatever else. So, Rabbi Weiss notes that this is the question which faces us, therefore, on Zoom. Should we say it ourselves, Kel El Melech Ne'eman, or instead should the Shliach Tzibur, the prayer leader, recite Hashem Elokechem Emet aloud, and therefore that suffices for everybody for these purposes. So, Rabbi Weiss begins his analysis by trying to work out what is the status of the Shliach Tzibur, of the prayer leader, when it comes to Zoom or telephone or prayers which are led over the telephone, and whether the Shliach Tzibur is able to fulfill, so to speak, an obligation of saying Hashem Elokechem Emet, or and if so, is that through a paradigm which we call Shomea Ka'oneh, where if somebody hears another person fulfilling a mitzvah and just answers or listens and answers, it's as if they have done it themselves. So a good example of this, very familiar one, is making Kiddush on Friday night, where if there is a group of people, one person would make Kiddush on behalf of them all. They all listen, pay attention to what the Kiddush maker is doing, and at the end, they all answer Amen. And when they do that, that is considered to be, for our purposes, Shomea Ka'oneh, listening, and then saying Amen, is as if they have said it to themselves. We can think of many other examples which are like this. And if that's the case, then maybe simply by us listening to the Shliach Tzibur saying Hashem Elokechem Emet, of course we can't answer anything at that point, by doing that, maybe therefore the Shliach Tzibur is fulfilling the requirements that we need. So that's the first way that Rabbi Weiss looks at this particular question. We'll see his second approach tomorrow, and then how he ties the two approaches up and decides what he thinks is the best path to elide them together as well as possible. In the meantime, have a great day.
You too.